What the Have you ever wondered what the bad shit is about owning a plumbing company? Not just a plumbing company, any residential service company. There's certain things that you have to deal with every day. And unfortunately, sometimes people breaking into your vans and stealing your shit, that's part of the problem. Now guys, remember, I'm a plumber, so when I say shit, this is a technical term. I know what I'm talking about. In this video, we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna talk about it right now. But make sure you stay to the end, because I'm gonna tell you the good things about it too. So not one van, but two. Rule number one, you gotta keep people from stealing your shit. I hate to say it because we've got security cameras on both sides of the building, but they had the light so bright on the license plate that you really couldn't get a license plate number off of it. The guy literally climbed in the other van, climbed back out after he threw everything out that he wanted, and then came over to this van, busted the window, cut the cage open just to get about a $100 compressor that was on the other side. Now, owning a business is tough enough. You've got expenses that you have to worry about every day. You've got to worry about your employees because you want to keep them working. You've got to worry about the office employees because you want to keep them working. You've got to worry about customers you've already got scheduled, and then somebody comes in, breaks into two of your vans to where you're down. You can't take care of your customers, you can't make money, you can't take care of all your employees. Why do people do crap like that? You know what? Go get a freaking job. As lazy as you are, you can get out in the middle of the night and steal people's crap? That's ridiculous. Check out the video. You'll see what they did. It's kind of crazy. And the bad thing is, this isn't the only thing. In the last month, we've had vans broken into about 4 different times. Somebody tried breaking into the trailer that's empty to steal what's inside. So it's kind of crazy, guys. Right now, this is the biggest unforeseen cost, is people stealing our crap all the time. They're trying to steal tools, they're trying to steal copper, they're trying to steal anything in the vans that they can. Bad thing is, as a company owner, this costs me a couple of grand every time it happens. There's no way to stay in business if you're losing money like that every single week. So this can be one of the biggest problems you ever have owning any kind of a business. That's number one. Number two, you protecting your shit. Now think about it. You've not only got to protect your shit from other people, but your employees. And all I mean by that is, look, I've had employees here that maybe some tools came up missing. They're like, well, you know what? I never got it. I never had it. So when you own your own plumbing company, you've got to realize you're investing in employees, you're investing in vehicles, you're investing in tools, you're investing in materials. There's a lot of different things that you have to invest in order to be a successful business. Training. There's so many things to invest in, but the bad thing is when you invest in your stuff, as you saw earlier, people will just break in and take your stuff, or you hire the wrong employees. They think they need your stuff more than you do. So if they take your stuff home, you end up without it. You know, you've either got to find a way to track things, to look at things, to watch things, to know where things are. And that way, man, it helps out a little bit. You don't want to have to buy a new tool every other month because you had an employee or somebody break in and take the things that you've invested in. Investing in your business is the only way you're going to grow, but you've got to learn how to keep up with your shit. Number three, employees ordering too much shit. I've got a little shop, but we've got a cool little warehouse in the back. The problem is it is so packed you can't even walk through it. The reason being is people keep bringing stuff in. Now they order tons of it, and there are literally boxes and boxes back there of things that people have ordered. I've got to get tighter at managing it. I understand that, but we've actually created a par list for what should be on the trucks, and you can go look in the shop and there's tons of it back here. It's like, okay, why are we ordering all this and then putting it in the shop? I don't mind that we've got stuff like this, but shouldn't we have it on the truck where we can make money with it? So sometimes when people order things, they order way too much stuff and then they just bring it in and they put it in a bin or put it somewhere. And then all of a sudden, you don't have anywhere else to put anything else. Ordering too much stuff can be one of the biggest problems that your company faces. I guarantee my little company, I've probably got $5,000 or $6,000 worth of material back here that I probably don't need right now. And to be honest, it's probably more than that. Some of it we do need, so I understand that. Just remember, ordering too much stuff is one thing that can really hurt your company, Because if you're ordering more stuff than you really need, you're taking your profits and putting it in materials and then just keeping it in the shop where it's not making you any money. Here's the big problem about that. Now when the guys go out to the job and they're 10 miles away, they may say, look, I know I got one at the shop, but you know what? It's easier to just go and order another one and get it back to the job. So think about that. Those are the bad things. Now, are there good things too? Absolutely. Number one, you always want to treat your employees, the apprentices, the plumbers, everybody like family. You're investing in these people. And that goes with building your culture and getting them all on board, getting them to understand, helping them learn to be better people, learn to be better plumbers. When we hire people, we've got certain testing procedures that we go through and things that we do. We have systems and processes for that. But if you skip those, if you don't go through them, if you're just in need of a plumber and you hire the first plumber that walks in, that's just like your customers that when they have an emergency, they call a plumber and the first one to answer their phone is the one that they get. Now, you know that may not be the best plumber around. It's kind of that way when people come in and apply with you. Think about it. Number one, if they don't have a job, what's wrong? I'll give you a second to think about it. Why don't they have a job? Yes, you can call and check references. Some people will be honest with you, some people won't. But think about it like this. Every person you bring in can be the people that help protect your shit. And if they're doing that, that's gonna make your life so much better. Number two, you want to make sure your company is doing something good for the customers. You want to make sure your company is providing great value. And you've got to do that through training. So there's not just bad things about owning a company. There's great things too. You can literally bring in somebody with no experience or maybe even a little bit of experience and watch them grow. Are you investing in them? Are you helping them become better people? Because if you are, every time they walk out of your office, every time they go out on a call, they are looking at how can they best take care of their customers, good and bad. All customers aren't great, but you have to find a way to take care of them. And if you train your employees right, you give them the information, you give them the tools, you give them the materials that they need, they're going to do the shit that it takes to make you money. Number three, build culture and reputation. Now, I had 3 bad things at the beginning, but these are what it's all about. If you want your company to succeed, this is the shit that it takes. Build culture and reputation. Remember, your name, whether it's your company name or your personal name, is on the side of that van every time it drives down the street. That's a billboard. That is a rolling billboard you've got rolling down the street to help customers call you. As many bad things as there are about owning a plumbing company, there's also a lot of good things. You have an opportunity to improve people's lives, both your employees that you hire and train, your customers that you take care of, and everybody involved, as long as you remember, every time that vehicle pulls out, it's got your name on it. Look, those 3 things earlier, that's all bad. That happens all the time. It's just things you need to be aware of. But to be honest, at the end of the day, owning a plumbing company can be one of the greatest things there is. And if I've missed something that you think I need to have listed here or that I should have mentioned, do me a favor. Leave a message in the comments and tell me, what do you think are the bad things about owning a company? And what do you think are the good things about owning a company? Because I tell you, there's good and bad. Anyway, I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.